Yeah, let's talk about Swetnick.
Right.
Yeah, Michael Avenatti is her lawyer.
Right.
And this is one of Brett Kavanaugh's accusers. She said she was gang raped. If she lied, what are the possible repercussions for Julie Swetnick?
Well, it depends on how she lied. If it turns out, as it very well may be, she never met him, she was 3 years older, they traveled in different circles, she sat there and she did the Hamlet moment, to be or not to be a deliberate felon who has decided to frame an innocent person. If that's what happened, she has to be tried, presumption of innocence, prosecuted, and if convicted, go to jail. Why? There are two important education moments here. Number one, do not assault women, no matter whether you're 17 or 15 or 12. Do not assault women. Number two, do not falsely accuse men. Do not make up stories about men. And we cannot ignore the second. And we do ignore the second in our society. Yeah. There is no sex-linked genetic predisposition toward lying or telling the truth.
Well, this is why this case is so important, because over the last week, I feel like Judge Brett Kavanaugh's accusers and the detractors have thrown due process out the window.
Absolutely.
Isn't it so sad that most of America today knows more about Brett Kavanaugh and what he did in high school, that he likes beer, than anything he's done on the bench? Isn't that so sad?
Judicial temperament. You judge judicial temperament by the way people have behaved over 12 years. Take my friend Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who I love. But she, outside of court, said, oh, she might have to move to New Zealand. What a terrible thing it would be if President Trump got elected. That doesn't show judicial temperament. I don't remember a single one of these professors writing a letter about that.
Such a good point.
Yeah, and there's such a double standard that applies here. Professors are good at this. They find an argument and they use it without asking themselves, would they make that same argument if the shoe were on the other foot? And for the most part, they wouldn't.
In this world of, putting your finger on the scale, like we saw what happened in the FBI by a cabal of people during the 2016 election, as a Supreme Court justice, to show that kind of bias.
Well, we need objectivity, neutrality. We need somebody on the Supreme Court who we can trust 30 years from now, not 30 years ago. 30 years from now, we don't know what the issues are going to be. Look, Brett Kavanaugh would not have been my first choice. Merrick Garland was my first choice. I'm a liberal Democrat. I want liberals on the Supreme Court. But for me, this is all about fairness, process, due process, and what precedent this establishes for the future. The next time there's a Democratic president and she or he nominates a liberal to the court, we're going to see the same kind of thing. Right. We saw it with Merrick Garland. That's not what the framers of our Constitution had in mind.
Which is why it's so outrageous to see some of the behavior on the left. For example, GOP under attack again. An intern for Democratic Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee has been arrested, and he's been fired over the allegations that he published the personal information of 3 Senate Judiciary Committee Republicans during the panel's hearings on Kavanaugh. This comes as Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell pushes back on liberal activists because they're harassing lawmakers. He vowed not to be intimidated. Here's Mitch McConnell. Watch this.
I want to make it clear to these people who are chasing my members around the hall here, or harassing them at the airports, or going to their homes, will not be intimidated by these people. There is no chance in the world they're going to scare us out of doing our duty. I don't care how many members they chase, how many people they harass here in the halls. I want to make one thing perfectly clear. We will not be intimidated by these people.
This is the strategy, Alan. Get in your face.
It's important that we apply whatever sanctions we apply them neutrally. What applies to a Democratic staffer has to apply to a Republican staffer. I know I've been victimized by this in your face. People come up and scream at me and yell at me. Old friends won't talk, won't even have a conversation.
Because you wrote a book, The Case Against Impeaching Trump.
And because I'm not joining this campaign against Kavanaugh based on denial of due process. It's the Red Sox and the Yankees. You got to pick sides. Hey, I pick the Red Sox, but I admire Aaron Judge.
You picked the rule of law, Alan.
I know, but I pick fairness. I want to see it played fairly, whether it's baseball or much, much more important, whether it's a nominating process. Fairness is the key. And if you're not fair to your enemies won't be fair to you.
But it's been this whole strategy on the left ever since Donald Trump became president. Shame you online, criticize you and name call you on social media, go ambush you in an elevator.
And look what's happening.
Kick you out of restaurants.
The ACLU has turned, when I was on the national board, it was a neutral civil liberties organization. Today, it's a get Trump, get Kavanaugh, run candidates, raise money, 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 money. And they're raising their money not from civil libertarians, but from people who only care about getting Trump, who only care about political results. The death knell of the ACLU is such a sad day in America. It was such a great organization. Today, ACLU stands for Anti-Civil Liberties Union.
That's
it's a
terrible.
tragedy.
That is a tragedy. And now we know that money is moving things. George Soros apparently paying for a lot of these ambushes, we learned. What do you think this is doing for the midterm elections? Because this has got to be one of the most consequential midterm elections in my lifetime.
Well, look, I'm not a politician. I'm going to vote Democrat. I'm going to try to get the House in the hands of the Democrats. I think checks and balances are very important. I try to stay out of politics when I talk about legal issues because I try not to let my political views.
But people are noticing what's happening in terms of these tactics.
I think people pay consequences politically for their actions. It will go both ways. Both bases will be strengthened. My fear is that the extremes on both bases are strengthened. The left moves further left, the right moves further left, and the center is being squeezed out. I love debating with centrist conservatives. My favorite debate partner was Bill Buckley. He called me his favorite liberal. He was my favorite conservative. In the good old days, liberals and conservatives could talk to each other and debate. We can still talk to each other, but the radicals on both sides
especially since most people in America are hanging out in the middle, like I always say.
We better hang out in the middle because we have been blessed as a country never to have a strong fascist party, never to have a strong communist party, and everybody in America benefits when the debate is a centrist debate between conservatives like you and liberals like me.
Alan, it's great to see you.
Likewise.
Thank you so much for joining us. Alan Dershowitz there.